A moving tennis ball has energy, but what exactly is energy and what does it depend on? That's what we're going to figure out in this video. So let's begin. So, what's energy? Well, we use this term in our everyday life, but in science it has a very specific meaning. Think of energy as a number that we assign to an object or a group of objects, and it is measured in joules. So energy is a quantity that's always measured in joules. And guess what? The energy that we associate with moving things, we call that kinetic energy. Moving stuff has kinetic energy. But what does the kinetic energy depend on? Well, let's see. One factor that decides how much kinetic energy an object has is its mass. So if you compare the motion of a tennis ball with, say, that of a wiffle ball, let's say that both of them are moving at exactly the same speed, then guess what? Because the tennis ball has more mass, it will end up with more kinetic energy. So more mass, you tend to have more kinetic energy. Okay? What else decides the kinetic energy? Well, it's the energy of motion. So the second thing that matters is the speed. This time consider two tennis balls, identical masses, okay? But one is moving much faster than the other. Guess which one has more kinetic energy? It's the one that's moving faster. Something that moves faster will have more kinetic energy. So the two things that kinetic energy depend on are the mass and the speed. More the mass or more the speed, more the kinetic energy. But now comes the next question. How exactly do they depend on the mass and speed? So let's analyze. Let's first consider the connection between mass and the kinetic energy. To analyze, let's consider a bunch of balls with different masses, okay? And we're going to throw them with exactly the same speed. Let's say 10 meters per second, all right? And figure out what the kinetic energy is. And let's say here are the numbers that we record, okay? First of all, let's see if this makes sense. We can see as the mass increases, the kinetic energy also increases. They have the same speed, so this kind of makes sense. But now, if you want to see an exact connection, what is the connection between the mass and kinetic energy? One of the cool ways to do that is to actually plot a graph. So let's do that. Let's plot a graph of kinetic energy versus the mass. And if we put these numbers over here, what we see is that they pretty much lie on a straight line. That's interesting. What does that mean? Well, what that means is, if you consider an object which has, let's say, a mass of 0.2 kilogram, in this particular case, if it's moving at 10 meters per second, it will have a kinetic energy of 10 joules, right? Okay, now think about this. What if you consider an object which has twice the mass, 0.4 kilogram? Then it will have twice the kinetic energy. Ooh, do you see the relationship? If the mass doubles, the kinetic energy doubles. What happens if the mass becomes half? Well, if the mass halves from 0.2 to 0.1, oh, look, the kinetic energy also halves. So we can see the connection between mass and kinetic energy. We say this is a linear connection. Kinetic energy increases linearly with mass. With whatever factor the mass increases, the kinetic energy will also increase by exactly the same factor. And this is pretty important because now we can use this to predict what kinetic energy would be for any other mass that's moving at this particular speed, 10 meters per second. For example, let's say we had a bowling ball whose mass was 6 kilograms. Okay, it's nowhere over here. Okay, could we predict what its kinetic energy is if it was also moving at the exact same speed, 10 meters per second? Why don't you pause the video and think about this? All right. Well, because we have a linear relationship, what we can do is we can look one of these numbers. We can see, oh, we can actually see here. And we know that if it's, a 0.06 kilogram object will have a kinetic energy of 3 units. This has 100 times more mass. And therefore, its kinetic energy will also be 100 times more than over here. And so it'll have a kinetic energy of 300 joules. Does that make sense? This is what it means to have a linear relationship. So kinetic energy increases linearly with mass. All right, next up, let's see the connection between kinetic energy and speed. Does it also increase linearly? Let's see. This time, we'll take objects of exactly the same mass because it's the speed that we are worried about, right? So let's consider a tennis ball which has a mass of 0.06 kilograms. We're going to throw it at different speeds and note down its kinetic energy. And these are the numbers that we end up with. And again, first of all, sense check. As the speed increases, we see the kinetic energy increasing. That makes sense. But the big question is, what is the connection? So again, let's plot a graph. This time we'll plot a graph of kinetic energy versus speed. And when you do that, what do you get? Ooh, do you notice it's no longer in a straight line? In fact, you get some kind of a curve. What does this mean? Let's analyze. If you consider the kinetic energy when the speed is at 10 meters per second, it happens to be 3 joules. Okay. Now, what happens when the speed is 20 meters per second? We get the kinetic energy to be 12. Do you notice something interesting? The speed has doubled. But look, the kinetic energy has not doubled. It has increased by 4 times. Ooh, so when you double the speed, the kinetic energy increases 4 times. That's interesting. What would happen if we were to say triple the speed? Well, let's see. When the speed is 5 meters per second, we get the kinetic energy to be 0.75 joules. Now let's triple that. Let's make the speed 15 meters per second, and we find the kinetic energy to be 6.75. This is 9 times higher, okay? Because 0.75 times 9 gives you 6.75, which means when we triple the speed, the kinetic energy increased 9 times. When we doubled it, it increased 4 times. When we tripled it, it increased 9 times. Ooh, that means, can you see it's increasing by the square of the number? Kinetic energy increases by the square of the factor by which the speed increases. So we say kinetic energy increases with the square of the speed. It's not linear. It increases with the square. So putting it all together, we realize that energy is the quantity measured in joules, and the energy associated with object's motion is what we call kinetic energy. And the kinetic energy increases linearly with mass, and it increases with the square of the speed.